Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome to your week of January 3rd, 2021 general tarot reading. We're looking at your energy over here on the left coming into this week. In the center, we're going to look at some potential challenges for you. And over on the right, we're going to be looking at some potential outcome cards for you as well. We're going to need a little more detail on all these cards by drawing some more cards to clarify them, and then tying everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video. So you're going to want to stick around for all that. These are general readings though, Aquarius, so all of this, some of this, or maybe even none of this will resonate with you. If it does resonate, that's awesome. If it doesn't resonate, it's just not part of your message, or it just isn't your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't. Without further ado, let's get into your reading, Aquarius. Starting over here on the left with your energy, we're going with the Strength card, the King of Cups, and the Five of Cups. What I like about this here, starting off, is there's a real sense of a will to get there, where there's a will, there's a way. Because we have the Strength card, which of course is, a sign of just being very strong, having that aura of strength. People seeing that, like, oh wow, look at you, Aquarius, you can get through anything. You having the strength to achieve your goals, which I love. You have the King of Cups, who is of course a king, and don't worry about gender, it's just energy. So again, we're just dealing with like this kingly, mature, powerful energy. The King of Cups as well, very much not someone to get worked up over like things that are just kind of like fleeting, or things that really don't have any substance. He doesn't let his emotions rule over him, he rules over them instead. You can see he's in this rocky waters here, but he's very calm. He's just like, well, it is what it is, right? Eventually these waters will level out and calm down, so I'm not worried about some rushing waves or something. It is what it is. So I like that energy as well. And with the Five of Cups on top of this, I feel like you're very much willing to look at other solutions to your problems here, because with the Five of Cups, you can see there's 3 cups that have been knocked over here, but over behind this person is 2 more cups. But more importantly, there's also this bridge here, and that leads to this city. So the thing is to say, if you were to turn around and see these cups, you would also see that there's still a way to achieve your goals. Maybe you thought with those 3 cups you could buy passage across the river, or you thought maybe there was a chance for you to trade with someone or something to get yourself to where you needed to be. But with this, if you were just willing to turn around, which I believe you are, because I see with all this strength and maturity at this time, you're seeing that, yeah, there are still other solutions to my problems. There are still ways for me to achieve my goals in my life. It's just a matter of, am I willing to search them out, look for them, or take the chance to try them? And I feel like you really are. With the Strength card here as well, the Strength card is Leo's card, so you may have Leo in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Leo this week too. So yeah, just very strong, very mature, very willing to take alternate avenues to get to where you need to be. I love that, Aquarius. It's fantastic. In your challenge position in the center here, we got the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Interesting with the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Cups coming up here, where we were talking about alternate ways to do things. You may find that there's a lot of different ways you can do things, maybe too many. It might be a situation where you're a little concerned that, what if I choose the wrong one again, right? It's not as though it's like, well, A didn't work, let's just go to B, right? Because there are no other solutions. It's more of a like, oh, there's A didn't work, but there's still B, C, D, and E, right? And it's like, geez, which one's the one? Because maybe you feel like time is of the essence here. Maybe you feel like you really gotta be moving. You really gotta be working on something at this time, right? With the 9 of Cups here as well, you might be feeling a little dissatisfied, of course. Again, it'd be nice for things to work out the first time, but where they're not, and you are willing to kind of go for different avenues, it is what it is. But, again, I feel like time is of the essence for you here, especially with the 2 of Wands here as well, because it is a card of balance and stability. But you can see this as this guy sort of looking out into the world impatiently, kind of being like, geez, I really want to achieve something. I really want my goals, my dreams, whatever to come true here, but it's just not working out, right? He's looking out into the horizon with the globe, like, where do I go to next? He has a lot of options as well, right? The whole world is in his hand, as you can see here. So he's got a ton of options too. So again, there's those options. Just a plentiful choice here. Again, 9 of Cups. So you got all these cups here lined up along with the 7. So again, I feel like there's just so many different ways for you here, but I feel like patience is kind of going to be a key for you, right? I feel like a lot of what's being depicted here for you is patience, is waiting, is sort of a timing thing here, right? So That's interesting. Moving into your outcomes here on the right, we got the Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Eight of Swords here. The Tower, big time change coming for you. Who knows what it could be? Hopefully, it's the start of something new, something beautiful. So I feel like this is sort of you heading towards like your conclusion of things, right? With this city, with your goal, I feel like you're going to be achieving it, and then starting up something brand new that's full of energy and growth, and maybe lighting those creative sparks in your mind here as well. Some sort of idea you likely have that it's like, oh yeah, let's just do this, right? This new beginning. Oh my lord, pardon me. So I feel like you're heading in that direction, which I think is really good. Again, with the Tower, some sort of big time change. So I feel like you are going to get there. You are going to get to what you want to do, like whatever it may be. Like you're going to get there regardless. It just maybe takes a little more time, but it's going to lead to some great stuff here. And with the Eight of Swords on top of all of this, the Eight of Swords really is saying like you maybe, again, need to be imposing some restrictions on yourself. Like we're talking about being patient, right? You need to just be patient. Maybe, you choose a path, it's the wrong path. It's like, okay, well, we'll do another one. Let's, maybe that it didn't have the solutions we were looking for. Let's try a different one. Like, I feel like you already have that energy. It's just you need to kind of temper maybe even just your expectations, right? Well, this is a new year now, when this video is going to be coming out for you, Aquarius. So just be, it's a new year. It's like time to maybe practice a little more patience, maybe temper those expectations a little more this year. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got for your outcome, for your clarifier cards here in just a moment. Before we do, thank you so much for all the support I see in the videos, all the views, all the likes, all the subscribes, all the comments. I appreciate it all so much. I'm sending love and support out to you as well. Hopefully this is resonating. Hopefully this is working out. And even if it isn't, hopefully things are working out anyway for you. So thank you for being here. After these clarifiers, once we get through them, we're going to be tying everything off with an oracle card, so you're going to want to stick around to see your full message. So let's take a look. We got the Hermit, the Five of Swords, and the Judgment card, all clarifying your energy here. With the Hermit, this is Virgo's card, so you may have Virgo in your chart. You might be dealing with a Virgo at this time. Gemini Christmas. But the Hermit is really about, what are your goals? What are the things you want to achieve? And that makes sense with the Five of Cups we just had down here, right? We're talking about how we're looking at things in a sense of, going down the different paths and still achieving our goals, still moving towards them. The Hermit very much is like, okay, well, that path didn't work out. I'm still using my hopes, my dreams, my goals to guide myself forward here. So I feel like you are still heading in that wonderful direction, which is great. With the Five of Swords and the Judgment card here as well, Judgment talks about revival, right? You can see here these people as this bird and this trumpeter are passing over. They're sort of being glowing as if the breath of life is coming back into these people. And so could be saying that things are being brought back here. Maybe there's some alternate paths opening up to you. Maybe that's part of the confusion here is you tried something, it didn't work out, and then you start going down another path, and then people are like, oh wait, actually if you come back this way, this is opened up too, right? You can still try this, we still have that path, right? So maybe that's something that's going on for some of you, is like there is a bit of a resurrection here, whether that be like a relationship or a new path to try something, or an old path being brought back, right? Things like that. So very interesting. The Judgment card also, it talks about commitment. So I feel for those of you maybe who have that resurrection bit happening for you, for the others it might be just you committing to, all right, I'm not going to let this, my hopes, my dreams slip out of my fingers. I'm going to really focus down and try to achieve them. Or maybe for some of you it's even going to be both of those things. Maybe some things are going to be coming back and it's going to be, all right, but I'm going to try this path first, I'm committed to it, and then I'll go back and try that other one maybe next, because that one still looks really good, or it looks better than the other options I have. And with the Five of Swords here, again, there's that commitment to achieving your goals, that commitment to going after what you want. With the Five of Swords, it talks about being driven towards achieving what you want to achieve. So really focusing hard on that. So I like that too. So again, I feel like you really are, or goal oriented, goal motivated here at this time, and there's all sorts of avenues for you to explore. It's just, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what else we got here. I still feel patience and such is going to be important to you, and tempering your expectations, but let us see what we got for you, Aquarius. All right, we got the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Death card. So Death is Scorpio's card, so you may have Scorpio in your chart. Might be dealing with a Scorpio this week too, but with the Death card, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups here, we're really talking about a need for change, a need for change, a need to find another way or another, an easier solution to achieving our goals. With the Ten of Cups, it is your dream life, your dream family, dream partner, dream everything, whatever that looks like to you, right? That's what the Ten of Cups represents. And so I feel like you're really focusing on that, and again, you're working with the change with the Death card, or maybe hoping that a change is coming up so that you can get there much easier or much faster. And with the Queen of Swords here as well, I feel as though, like, the Queen of Swords, she is honest, she is truthful with everyone. She's also honest and truthful with herself too, right? And that's what I was talking about, where we're talking about being patient, or tempering your expectations, right? Is like really trying to realize that, like, yes, maybe this other path that we're going to try, maybe you gotta be like, oh, that's got to be it, it's the next best option, right? And then it doesn't work out. Oh, pardon me. It is what it is, right? So you may get frustrated, but the Queen of Swords will tell you, like, it just is what it is. It didn't work out this time, let's try another route, or let's try it again, or something, let's run it back, right? But where it's in your challenges position, you might be, again, kind of being like, oh, that should have worked, why didn't it work? Being in that kind of a mind state here. So again, there's that change you want, working towards your goals, maybe too many options, maybe the paths you keep choosing aren't working out, and you're like, well, they should, all the other ones didn't. Like, why is this not happening for me? All right, let's clarify these outcome cards here for you here, Aquarius. All right, let's see what we got. We've got the Nine of Cups again. I love it. The Sun, fantastic. And Temperance, sign of Sagittarius. So again, you may have Sagittarius in your chart. Might be dealing with a Sagittarius. What I like here about Sagittarius, the Temperance card and the Judgment card, if you notice, they're both a big factor, like a key factor in them is life, right? We were talking about how the people in the Judgment card are kind of coming back to life. The person here, the little sprite, is pouring water and giving life to the flowers around her here. So I feel like that might be very important to some of you, is like the idea of life, the idea of maintaining things in a healthy way, right? Not neglecting things and not letting things die here. So I feel like that's very important for a lot of you. With the Temperance card as well, it's just a card of balance, a card of being experimental. We were already talking a bit about that with your energy, where we're talking about with the Five of Cups, finding alternate paths and being mature enough to realize that, oh, okay, just because it didn't work out doesn't mean that it's dead, done, over with. So I like that. With the Sun and the Nine of Cups here, fantastic. Nine of Cups is saying, like, you're one step away from the 10, like you're one step away from your dreams coming true, which is great. I feel like this big revelation, whatever it'll be, is gonna really churn you in, really get you going here, put you on the right path again. We won't be kind of stuttering and stalling out here. Maybe that's what the Nine of Cups sort of we're talking about retroactively here in your challenges kind of talks about, is like, maybe that was like you were here and you kind of stalled out, right? And it's like, why am I not moving forward, right? But the Nine of Cups coming back in your resolution saying, like, yeah, you are now satisfied and happy because you realize, okay, no, I am heading in a good direction now. I'm back on track. I'm still heading for that 10 of Cups, which is very beautiful. With the Sun here as well, again, we're talking about life. What I love here too with the Sun, there's all these sunflowers, and there's just a big for the picture sunflower here as well on the Temperance card. Just really talking about happiness, positivity, heading in a very strong, happy, positive way. Everything coming up Millhouse. I think that's really beautiful. So I feel as though you're heading that way. It's just we need to kind of grow. We need to kind of realize that sometimes we need to be patient. Sometimes we need to kind of put the restrictions on ourselves, and sometimes we need to kind of realize that just because something is, the people say it's like, this is the best way, this is the the kind of like on YouTube, if you see it, like the clickbaity, like, you won't believe this, how like I discovered this new way to do this incredible thing, and then you get on there and it's just like, that's simple. Like, I do that already and I'm not getting those results. Like why isn't it working out for me? It's like you gotta temper your expectations, because not necessarily everything works for everybody. That's something that drives me crazy when I meet people that are like, this is the only way to do it. Like, it's not. The world is a sandbox. It's a giant, like, you can do anything you want on the earth if you feel like it, if you put your mind to it. So there's any number of ways you can tackle any sort of problem in your life, right? Like, there's some people that achieve things by doing the things the way a vast majority of people do them. Some people think outside the box. Some people come up with entirely new things that nobody ever thought of before. You know, some people come up with these like game-breaking ideas. It's crazy. Like, the world is limitless. You are limitless, Aquarius. Like, I feel like this is just telling us that, like, yeah, just because one path it's hyped up as like this is the best and it works for everybody, guaranteed, doesn't mean it is guaranteed, because nothing in our lives is guaranteed at all, right? So let's take a look at your oracle card, Aquarius. Tie everything off here. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. I appreciate you sticking around here this entire video for all this, and let's get your final message here and see what we got for you, Aquarius. We got the squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself, right? There you go. Like, believe that you can achieve this. Believe that you can accomplish what you need to accomplish, what you want to accomplish in your life. No matter how many tries it's going to take, no matter how many, paths you have to walk down to get to where you want to get to. Just trust that, you are going to get to it someday. Because the power of belief, and especially belief in yourself, is an incredible thing. It really is this unbelievable power that you'd be surprised what a little bit of like self-confidence will do for you, even if it isn't necessarily like 100%. Like, oh yeah, I believe I can do this. Even if you believe in yourself like 50%, that's better than not believing in yourself at all, right? So I think that's fantastic. And we did talk about that a bit too at the start, where I said, where there's a will, there's a way. Believe in yourself. People who believe that where there's a will, there's a way, really believe in themselves, believe that they can accomplish anything if they've got it in them to go for it. So I love that. So that's awesome. Hopefully that's resonated with you, Aquarius. If you want to help out the channel, you can hit that thumbs up, that like button down below. Helps out a ton. You can subscribe too if you haven't already. That way you can find these videos much easier as I upload them every week. And check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you for being here, Aquarius, and I hope to see you in the next video.